We the fire zones, hungry for change, raging through the streets. So the pain is too much day. No brains, no fear, just a whole lot of attitude. We the undead revolution, here to set the mood. We're rolling deep, please I'll be strong.
Whoa, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Buffet Hour with Fat Zombie Entertainment. We got Jedi Master Fat Ass with us. What's up, man?
Howdy, y'all.
That was kind of stupid. But, okay, and we also got Ron, the Entertainer. What's up, brother?
What's going on, man? It's Ron the Entertainer here to get shit done and make it happen, dog. You feel me?
Why do you sound like a country bumpkin?
Fucking matter why I sound like it. Let's get it, bro.
Alright, fine.
Let's fucking get this shit.
Alright. So, I'm going to start off with, okay, so, we're not just a political or gaming politics or anything like that. Let's talk about, first, what's been up, man? Jedi, what's up, man? What's been going on?
It's been cold outside. You know, the snow's out there today. So, for those of you out there watching today and tomorrow, be careful. It's nasty.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have not left my house today. I've been off, and I'm off again tomorrow. Plus, I work from home, so I don't really ever have to leave my house. And I sent my wife to the store in the blistering cold, so...
See, that's what they're for.
Yeah, exactly.
That's based.
Yeah.
Based.
So, I sent her to the store so I wouldn't have to get out there. Yeah, but that's beside the point. Ron, what's up, brother?
Hey, man, we just chilling, man. You know, cold as hell. It ain't snowing like it is where y'all at, but I had to survive through a crazy rainstorm the other day, so, you know.
Where are you at right
I'm
now?
living.
What state you're in?
North Carolina.
Oh, okay. I thought you were coming live from Detroit. I heard you
A
mention
fucking
that
real-
when we were getting things together.
A fucking real bad rainstorm came over the East Coast, so,
okay.
and I had to work through it. You know, it is what it is.
That's, yeah, I guess that's fine.
And I mean outside, work outside through it.
All right, so have you been playing any video games, dude?
You mean, have I been playing?
Yeah, have you been playing any video games?
Oh, I just got Elden Ring for Xbox, and I just got it and haven't started yet.
Okay. I was about to say, let me say, how many times did you break a controller yet?
No, I heard it's real frustrating.
Yeah,
I'm good at those
dude.
type of games,
Sometimes
man.
it's
I'm
just
good.
downright unfair, that game.
I've played them type of games before, and I'm pretty good at them, man. But other than that, man, just racing games, man. Fucking Forza Horizon 5, fucking I keep wanting to call it Grid. It's not fucking Grid though. It's the Crew, the newest Crew game, basically Crew Motorfest. And then I plan on getting the new Boruto game that just came out. It's a fighting game. I plan on getting that, but I'm on the fence about that. So I'm probably going to get it though.
That sounds pretty good. I'm looking forward to this week. The new Prince of Persia game comes out. I'm kind of interested in that. I'm definitely going to be picking that up. I love Metroidvanias, and it's kind of right up my alley. So
yeah,
that's going to be my pickup today. I did a couple of videos of pickups that I made. I've been really, I don't know why, I've been having I've been on a huge binge of like GameCube. Like I've been really wanting to just play GameCube games. Like the other night, it was like 2 a.m. I didn't look at the clock yet, but because I would have went to bed. I didn't realize what time it was. I don't know. I stared at my GameCube for a few seconds, and I just popped it open, and I put Def Jam Vendetta in there, and just started playing Def Jam Vendetta. I haven't turned that GameCube on in probably about 2 years. And
bro, I haven't played a GameCube since like fucking. It basically came out like
no, I had
almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, I've been wanting to rebuy and replay all I don't know. You can probably see I have like almost every disc-based console and all that back there. But I just had a wild hair to want to play GameCube, so I started playing Def Jam Vendetta, and I was just having a blast. And now I'm just obsessed with GameCube. I've done ordered like 5 more GameCube games. Went traded in a bunch of games to get more GameCube games, and now I'm just like, I don't know. I'm obsessed with GameCube right now. Oh, and other games I've been playing Alan Wake 2, and I've been playing Atomic Hearts, and this war game I've been playing with Jedi here. So what's up, man? Besides, what you been playing? Go ahead and tell them about the war game.
Yeah, we've been playing War Thunder, which for anyone who's into War Thunder, it is a grindy game, but it is a whole lot of fun if you like blowing up tanks and aircraft and rolling around in ships. But it's fun. It's multiplayer. It's free. I mean, of course, there's always the pay to play, but it is a free game if you want to play it that way, and it's loads of fun. And the games are only 15 to 30 minutes. So.
Too. Loads of frustration.
Yeah, that's true. I can't tell how many times I've been one-shotted playing that game, but and you know, we were playing it the other day, and you'll come around a corner and all of a sudden you're just dead, and it's just like what? It's fun too. It's great when you can do that to somebody else.
Trying to reload my cannon, and before I can even hit the trigger, boom! Like one guy.
Well, it's worse when you get your cannon knocked out and you're staring the guy down, and you're waiting for your gun to come online, and he's reloading his gun, and you're just like, who's gonna win?
Just waiting to die. Just waiting to die.
And then, of course, neither of you win because somebody comes over in an aircraft and drops a bomb on you both, and it just.
Yeah, bro, I'd rather play Dark Souls like with a level 1 character and try to fight a level 10 boss. Like, oh my god.
It does have a similar feel and desperation for sure, but it's fun because when you get to those max level, you know, get those tanks in each tier maxed out, or the aircraft, and you have all these capabilities, and you've learned how to use it, you know, because every plane has its own quirks and things like that, and you just start going on runs against people. There's no greater feeling than.
I get happy when I blow up one tank. Like,
yeah, no, it feels good. It feels good, but it feels even better when you're going like a 5-tank run and you're just like, yeah.
Most I got was 2, and I was so proud of myself. I was on top of the world when that.
Well, yeah, but you're playing with tier 1 tanks that have like no mods. I mean, this was your first couple games, so obviously you're not going to be able to go up against medium-sized tanks and tank destroyers with what you were rolling with. But it's still fun. I mean, I remember that one. We went after it together, I think, and I went on one side and you went on the other, and we took them out. That's what's fun about it. I like the fast tanks because of that.
We need to get Ron on there at some point so you can feel the frustration too.
Yeah, it's shared desperation. Yeah.
But if you've been playing anything else or just War Thunder?
A little bit of a lot of stuff, but another game I just recently picked up again was Monster Hunter Rise. Just a great game.
We played that last night. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was loads of fun. I had played it before, but it's got so much stuff in it, and it's a load of fun.
I would say we play again tonight, but after we're recording this very late because we had nobody said it was this hard to set up OBS. Like
it's a shared thing to learn for sure.
A lot of frustration. Like we should have recorded this probably about 2 hours ago. So, but it is what it is. You know, apologies to you both. I should have been more prepared. I thought I had it figured out, but I didn't have. I had nothing figured out. Let me just put it to you that way. All right, but yeah. So, y'all ready to get into our first topic?
Let's do it.
All right, we have a.
Get it on, man.
We have a political topic, and something I learned about today because Mr. Jedi here trying to keep me in on it. And what's embarrassing about it, this is going on literally like 4 hours from my house. So, and I had no idea about it. Well, I knew something was going on, but I didn't know it was to this extent. So, well, we have Operation Lone Star. So.
Yep. So everybody knows, if you've been paying attention at all, Operation Lone Star was launched a while ago, but it's been picking up steam lately. And one of the big things that I really want to bring it up this week was because some Border Patrol agents were turned away from one of the parks that you've seen on TV quite a bit, where all the migrants have been out front on what looks like a big field. That park has been taken over by the Texas Military Department, and they're basically running that stuff. With or without the federal government, and it's they're saying that it's costing about $3 billion or something along those lines, and I think that's a really interesting thing, that the state of Texas has to pay billions of dollars to do a job that supposedly the federal government is supposed to be doing.
So I was watching the CBS coverage of it, and okay, let me preface this. Okay, I am no way against immigration. I would not be alive. I would not be here if it wasn't for immigration. My dad's from Honduras.
And that's a pretty common thing. Well,
Yeah.
most people in the United States can trace to some immigrant family at some point. But this isn't immigration. I mean, that's something to understand. This isn't immigration. This is an invasion of people. Immigration has always been a controlled process. You want to come? Great. We want you here. We just don't want everyone, and we don't want them all at once, and we want to know who they are, and we don't have any of that right now.
Yeah. We don't want everybody here. Just we don't.
Well, I mean,
We want the right.
you look at other countries, okay? I think Europe, or you correct me if I'm wrong. You have to apply. You have to tell them what you're good at. What are you going to bring to the country? Your criminal, like your background. They have to see that they have a need for you to be there. That's any other country.
Yeah. Even Canada, just to our north, they have the where they basically request, look, we need more doctors. If you're a doctor, we're going to give you priority on getting selected to come into our country. We don't do that, and actually we do that. But that system is flawed just as much as all of our other immigration system is flawed.
Now, I will say this. I wish it was because, like, my dad went through the whole system, and he went to being, like, he's now a U.S. citizen. It does need to be more streamlined, I say, to be part of this country. I do think it needs to be more streamlined.
Absolutely.
It's difficult as hell. I'm not going to lie.
And it's expensive.
Described it. And it's very expensive. Very time consuming, and just hearing from my mom and dad how difficult it is, I do think. But I mean, we want people here. If you're
absolutely,
I love the fact that the Mexican people are coming here to find a better life. But it's like,
and not just Hispanics. I mean, we're talking about people coming from all over the world. Yeah. I mean, if you want to be an American, we want you here. We just want you to do it the right way, because if the very first thing that you do is to break the law, that's not the kind of American we want in this country. We want Americans who want to be here. Exactly. If
you're going to come to the party, at least sign the guest book. That's how I'm going to say it.
At the very least, that's the least you could do. Absolutely.
The part that kind of pisses me off, okay, I was watching the CBS coverage. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Ron. I'm going to let you talk.
No, you good.
CBS is on there like, paying taxpayers dollars, the state of Texas taxpayer dollars, $3 billion. It's like, it wouldn't have to be that way if the federal government would handle their business. They should be the one flipping the bill for it. Their borderlands, I got video games on my head. Their border patrol needs to be doing what the Texas National Guard is doing. I mean, I can see them wanting to get some support, but man, yeah, I'm not a fan of $3 billion of my, state taxes going to this. But I mean, at this point, it's kind of a necessity. But they're like, it's just a geopolitical move, or just a political move, so he could show his force or whatever, Greg Abbott. But it's like, no, I think it's very important because we have people coming into this state, our state, more than ever. I mean, did y'all hear? Okay, this went in Texas, but I think it was New York where they put them kids out of school so they can house the immigrants over there, the illegal immigrants.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit, man.
They've taken over hotels. Hotels can't make money over there because they're housing immigrants there. Like,
they're just cucking to the immigrants, bro.
I mean, and I know I'm coming off as a hater right now, and I don't hate immigration, but there's a way to go about it. And people are going to see this, and they're going to hate on it and be like, you're just against people coming out. No, I'm not. It needs to be done the right way. We need to get a hold of that.
Well, I think it's the definition.
I am against them. Motherfucker, this is our country, motherfucker. If you can't get here the right way, get the fuck out. Our country, not yours, belongs to us, all right?
And I agree that the system is flawed, and we want them here, but we want them here right. So we need to fix the way to get in so that it makes sense, it's fair, and of course, the most important thing about all of it is there still needs to be some level of control. We do want people here. We want people from all over the world. If you want to come be in America, we want you here. But we don't want everybody here. You can't all come here and get the same things. And on top of that, if you want to come here and not be an American, don't come here.
Fuck that.
We want Americans to come here.
Stay your ass in the country where you at, in the shithole that you came from. Motherfucker, don't fucking come to our country and fuck our shit up. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't get your shit right. You feel me? Stay your fucking ass over there, man. You feel me?
Exactly. Well said.
That's a little more than what I would have said, but okay, is what it is. All right, now,
Mhm.
and then the other part of this is, okay, so they're talking about taxpayer dollars. Okay, everybody that comes here, every illegal immigrant, literally, they get a freaking, a care package, pretty much, like a financial care package. I was listening to Joe Rogan the other day, and they were talking about there was this actual guy this illegal immigrant that actually went on a radio show and says every week he goes back to Mexico, then he comes back over the border and he gets $2,000 every week. It's like, bruh, come on.
I guess it's fucking crazy, bro.
My dad
Taking advantage.
My dad literally came here the right way, and he had to go find a job. He had to go work on a farm for $6 an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just taking advantage of this country's kindness, and I do see the point behind it. I do see that it's kindness and I want, you know, the right of Mexican people here, like families and stuff, to come and find a better life here, because there's no lie, like Mexico is messed up. It is. People think that, oh, it's just this wonderful place and they're letting these nice Mexican people in. There's a whole lot of, like, I have plenty of friends that still live there in Mexico. They come to the United States on a work visa, but their family's in Mexico, and they tell me how messed up it is there, how scary it is there. So I wouldn't want to be there either. I'd want to try to get over here too, but dang well I would try the easy way. No, I'm lying to y'all. How things are right now, I'd be coming over that border too, just how they are now, and I'd be trying to get that care package. There's no shame in my life.
And that's the problem. You've got a government that's sitting there basically opening the door for them.
You know what
They're going to come.
About?
I don't blame them.
Something I heard about in Mexico, which is interesting, is that they got their own border policy. Like, you got people from what's it called? I forgot the country, but you got countries like El Salvador.
Honduras.
Guatemala, that's the country I was thinking of. Guatemala, Honduras, they're trying to come over to Mexico, and they're like, no, motherfucker, stay your ass over there. You know, so
yeah,
they got
there's companies and groups setting up caravans. That's what these caravans are. Is there's these migrant groups that are camping on the other side of the border, and Mexico will let them through as long as they're going through as a controlled group and not individually. They don't want to lose them in the country, so they let them come as a group. And they're like helping and groups like the Catholic Charities and things like that are literally helping them do that. And that's fine for them. I don't blame them for doing that. I blame the United States and our federal government for not stopping them at the border, because the only reason they're coming here is because they know they can get across the border. And when they get here, they get a check for $2,000, get a free cell phone, get a schedule to appear, maybe never, and get released to wherever they want to go. And in some cases, get a bus ride and a train ticket to get there.
Yeah.
Great. Let's do that.
Nice, yeah. All right, so closing remarks about this. Jedi, do you have anything? Ron, do you have anything on this topic? Closing remarks. Oh, wait. Didn't you say that they actually, like, the administration that's in place right now actually wanted to do an agreement with the Mexican president?
I did, yeah. Biden's administration met with the president of Mexico, and the president of Mexico basically bottom out saying that he'd be willing to assist in our immigration troubles if we accept 10 million and basically give amnesty to 10 million already, Hispanic or probably more Mexican migrants on behalf of them, because they don't want them back. They want them to stay here. But yeah, they're basically blackmailing, saying, hey, yeah, we'll help you if you just let all the people that have already been there, let them stay forever. So yeah, we're basically being blackmailed by the Mexican government. Do what we say, let all these people stay, or we won't help you. So,
speaking of, all right, so, well, we'll see how that goes. Well, hopefully.
Are you depressed yet?
I'm getting. Hopefully this gets sorted out. So I'm gonna tell you like that. Okay. So speaking of Biden, our next topic. Guy with that same
Hunter
last
Biden.
Name. Good old Hunter Biden. Look at him. Look, he's so beautiful. Look at him. All right.
He's a man-child. Look at the man-child, everybody.
I don't know if y'all can see this picture, but it's literally him like, oh, what's going on? They found out I do crack? What?
Dazed and confused. That's Matthew McConaughey.
No, it looks like, this picture looks like he was walking up to probably like a very important meeting, like like with his father, a big presidential meeting, and one of the hookers that he employed tried to come and speak to him while he was walking into the office. That's literally what it's like. Who are you, woman?
Yeah.
You remember?
It was a White House aide. It was a White House aide, former hooker. Yeah.
Yeah. He's looking at her like this look on his face. It's like, she's like, hey Hunter, you remember when you booted coke off my titties, baby? He's like, oh my god. Like, that's literally, like, he just has this, like, oh my god look on his face. But, like, okay, Jedi, what did you want to talk about Hunter Biden about? What now? What
all right, well, so
now?
All right, so if anybody doesn't know, Hunter Biden was subpoenaed to come and present himself to Congress. They have subpoena power. Himself, yeah. So,
but not himself.
Yeah, he didn't go.
He didn't present
He didn't
himself.
go.
Because he seems like a guy.
Well, no, he didn't go.
He would like to present himself.
Yes, well, he didn't present anybody. He went out onto the steps of the Capitol, on the wrong side of the Capitol at that, and told everybody that he didn't want to do it because he wanted to say his piece in public. So then they had a hearing the other day to hold him in contempt of Congress. He showed up to that in public, but when Marjorie Taylor Greene asked him why the hell he didn't show up to his meeting, and that he would be more than happy to question him there, he got up and left. So not a good look for the Biden family. It looks like just once again, petulant man-child Hunter Biden getting to do whatever the hell he wants, whenever the hell he wants to do it, and gets to throw his temper tantrum, and nobody gets to do anything about it.
People want to talk about white privilege. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's the poster child of white privilege.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
There you go,
I
right
never
there.
think
Yep.
white privilege exists, but yes, he is white elite privilege right there.
Yep.
Look, y'all, the color of, like literally, it's not black, it's not white. The color of segregation and privilege is green. It's money.
No, it's blue. It's Democrats.
Democrat.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you got that one. Yeah, it's blue. It's blue and green. That's for sure.
Well, it's blue because of the green. It's a way to make money, and it's a way to keep power, and it's a way to keep the vote.
Okay,
So yeah, of course the Democrats are
was
going to
a
do
bad
that. That makes
quote
perfect
that I
sense.
just put. So thank you for correcting me on that one, Jedi. You fat ass. But yeah.
You fat ass.
So Ron, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I just think it's a bad look. You know, just piggybacking off of what Jedi said, man. It's a bad look for the Biden family, man. You know,
Master fat ass.
Yeah, Jedi Master fat ass, man. You know, I just think
It's
it's
a
a bad.
skill just like everything else. Come on now, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad look. It's a bad look for the Biden family, man. That he getting himself in all these situations, man. He's supposed to be representing. He's supposed to present himself in a way that makes his family name look good. You know, the way I think about it, and you know, he doing all this stuff. I'm like, dang, it seemed to me like you don't really hear about other presidents' children or presidents' kids doing stuff like that.
Trump Jr. is the devil. Haven't you heard?
See, I haven't heard nothing about.
Yeah,
Trump Jr., man.
it's always been okay to target the kids because I mean I remember Bush and his daughter when they got caught at Chewy's drinking underage. I remember that. You know,
talking
and
about
you
Barry
remember
Trump? Like you talking about the teenager?
No,
talking about the younger one?
Don. They target Don all the time. They call him evil incarnate.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Don Jr.
You
Yeah,
know what?
they
You
call
haven't
him
heard
everything.
him.
I've heard him on podcast, and that dude is very down to earth. Like
He's smart.
Oh yeah,
That dude's clever,
he even
man.
got tired. Like it was funny because I got to hear like he got tired of like living underneath his dad's shadow, and his dad cut him off from everything. And he he was a bartender for years. He just worked at a bar as a bartender. The funny thing he said, while I was doing that, he was like, yeah, I was broke. He goes, I ate at Shell stations a lot, like those little sandwiches and stuff. Because that was the only card my dad forgot to cut off was the Shell card.
Yeah, but I think that's the perfect difference between Trump and Don versus Joe and Hunter. Hunter has never actually worked a day in his life. Everything he's ever got is because his last name is Biden. That's it. That is the only thing he has going for him. He's a shitty artist. He's a shitty businessman. He's a terrible person. He's a bad father. He's a bad husband. He's just a bad person. Don, on the other hand, has a self-made man. He left his father's shadow to build himself, and he's a smart, educated, well-articulated individual.
He's a winner.
There's a huge difference. He's a winner. And that's the difference. You've got Hunter and Don. You got a winner and a loser. And yet we're supposed to feel sorry for the loser and tear down the winner. That's what our government wants to do. They want to tear down the winners and rise up the losers. And I just don't understand it.
Oh, I don't know. It's a lot to it. I mean, I'm not a fan of the guy. I can't stand him. I think he's the poster child for white privilege, but that's just me, I guess. And
I agree with you. He is. I mean, he is exactly that. I mean, everything. When people say I hate white people, it's because of people like Hunter Biden. He is the example. I mean, he might not be what we think of when we think of white supremacy, but that's what it is. He is white supremacy. He is the elite white establishment that is creating and fomenting racism every day. That's what they do. So he is he's the wrong kind of white guy. That's the way it is.
I definitely feel that. All right, so we're gonna go into our next here. Give me 1 second. I got something I got to get ready. I want to show you something there, Jedi, real quick. Let me get it ready. We're gonna move on to our next one. Sorry, you guys. I couldn't figure out how to get this. Let me get old Hunter out of there. Look at him in all his glory, looking at that stripper. That he booted that coke off her titties. Look at that. All right.
At the White House.
Yeah, at the White House. Now, next thing we're gonna move on is we're gonna do a little bit of MMA talk here. Some controversy that just recently happened with my favorite guy right now in the world, my GOAT for 2023 and for 2024 coming up. I'm pretty sure, depending on what happens this weekend, but we'll have to see. Let's see here.
The love of his life.
It's your boyfriend, Carlos.
Man, y'all shut your mouths. All right, we're talking about Mr. Sean Strickland. I have a video prepared here that we can watch. Let's see here. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen.
Sean Strickland is being called out for being a hypocrite. The reigning UFC middleweight champion, Sean Strickland, recently appeared on comedian Theo Von's podcast named This Past Weekend with Theo Von. Fans were surprised to see Sean break his tough guy character and cry on the podcast. The reason for this emotional outbreak was because of what Dricus du Plessis had said to him at a UFC press conference, invoking childhood trauma.
Bro, you think your dad beat the shit out of you? Your dad doesn't have shit on me. I'm gonna show you.
Opinions within the MMA community are divided on this matter, as Sean has become notorious for engaging in trash talk with his opponents, with fans debating that if he's capable of dishing it out, he should also be prepared to handle it in return. UFC welterweight Ian Gary, whom Sean had an online altercation with recently, chipped in on the matter, calling out his hypocrisy. Sean Strickland is being called out for being a hypocrite.
Alright, so pretty much... Alright. We'll put Sean up there. This guy right here, Sean Strickland. Look at him. That dude looks so awesome. Can y'all see this? Jedi, can you see this?
Yeah, I can see it.
Alright. So I had another video, but I'm not going to play it. Basically, everybody's calling this guy a hypocrite because he talks about different things like he says like we're all soft and whatnot, and kids should probably like he's even gone on record and saying that like dads should beat their kids a little more. Like I'm not talking about like a spanking, but like they need to dodge a few bottles because the world's gotten so soft. Well, when Dricus du Plessis brought up him getting beat by his father, it seemed to have affected him pretty badly. Like he even went on This Past Weekend, that podcast, and he actually kind of, I've never seen this from him. The dude kind of broke down, bro. Okay, so my opinion on this is I don't blame him for breaking down. It takes a real man to cry, okay? It does. And that it shows he hasn't dealt with his trauma properly. As somebody that, I took a class on trauma or whatnot, you have to deal with your trauma. Sometimes that entails crying. But, okay, so he did that. Okay, I don't blame him. I don't care either way. He's still my favorite UFC fighter in the UFC right now. I don't care. Get that stupid look off your face. All right. But, Okay, yeah, he's my guy. I'm gonna put it to you that way. But that being said, if he's gonna talk like that, how is he gonna break down and cry? You know what I'm saying? After talking tough guy. Either way, it doesn't matter. He's still my favorite guy, but I don't care. He could cry all he want. He could be a hypocrite all he want. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna support him. What's your take, Ron?
Yeah, I mean, no, listen, at the end of the day, man, I don't really look to the MMA world for logical consistency. You know, these are fighters, they talk shit, they get angry, and then they get angry about the very shit that was talked about them. You know, or they talked about somebody else. Somebody, you know, that's just part of the game, man. Dishing it and not being able to take it. Because at the end of the day, you're going to get in that cage and you're going to fight. You know, so both guys are going to fight. They're going to settle their differences. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if you can dish it and not take it because you're going to fight anyways. So that's kind of how I look at it. Is he a hypocrite? Probably. He is. You know, let's be honest. He's a fucking hypocrite, bro. You know what I'm saying? He made fun of Khalil Roundtree for crying about his past and his father and his childhood, and then he goes and does the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know, you gotta keep it real. Like that's some hypocritical shit.
I have another video here. Not to cut you off. I have another video here that kind of shows where he's a hypocrite. Hang on, let me.
There's some things that were off limits. You don't really, you know.
But yeah, but you know, Sean's still our boy. We still, you know, root for him.
Went through like
hope
she
he
got
can get it
fucking
done.
ran through on the soccer scene.
You know.
So she wrote a book on how to be a wag, on how to be a famous woman with an athlete, or how to be a woman with an athlete.
Yeah.
Bitch wrote a book about this like 8 years ago.
Okay.
Like in 10 years, she's gonna hit that GILF status, you know?
Hello
So
to
this
him.
young man who probably didn't get a lot of pussy, he goes and falls into this black hole, right? And then the sucky bitch is what I like to call her. There's some things that were off limits. You don't really, you know, you don't talk about a man's wife, you don't talk about a man's kids. So the wife went through like, she got fucked.
Okay, so did y'all see that video I just played?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see it. I can't watch it because I'm not on the.
I got you.
I'm not watching the room. Yeah, but it's all good though.
So basically, on
Keep rolling.
Dale Vaughn's podcast, it shows another thing. He says pretty much that there's some things that are off limits. You don't talk about a man's family. You don't talk about a man's wife. Fast forward about a couple minutes later, in the same podcast, he starts going off on Ian Gary's wife about her being a wag. So I mean, you gotta kind of watch that. If you're gonna, you gotta kind of watch what you say if you're gonna contradict it later. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't. Let's just keep it real. If there's anybody whose wife is not off limits, it's Ian Gary's. You know what I'm saying? It's Ian Gary's situation. He has put himself in the situation where it is okay to talk about his wife. It kind of is.
Yeah, I agree. The lady wants to be in the limelight. Now I sound like I'm contradicting myself. I'm just conveying what people are saying about it. Don't necessarily mean I agree. Because like I said, he may be a hypocrite. I don't care. He's still awesome.
Ian Gary has invited a lifestyle where people, it's okay to talk about his lifestyle. It's okay. He is inviting up people to talk about his relationship and his lifestyle. You know, so it's okay. It's fair game.
How can I not support him? Like I don't care what people say. How can I not support him? Like I'm from the trailer. He's trailer trash. I grew up trailer trash. Like that's my guy.
Better yet,
that's my guy.
Well, better yet, how can you not talk about Ian Gary's family situation? How can you not talk about it? You know, you can't. So he gets a pass. He gets a pass for that. That's not the hypocritical part, in my opinion.
I mean, she put it out there. I think she low-key wanted to be famous too. Like, she wouldn't marry one of the, a top prospect from the UFC unless she wanted it out there. Even with, with a 20-year age gap, for that matter. 15, 20, something like that. Like that, believe me, if he was just a guy hanging out on the street, she would not be with Ian Gary. I promise you that.
Bro, forget all that. Ian Gary put out the fact that he took his wife's last name. He calls himself Ian Gary Machado, bro. How cucked is that? How beta is that shit, bro? Yeah, so I think that gives people free reign to talk about your family situation, even if they say it's not okay in their case. They can do it in your case and they not be hypocrite because you invited it. And that's what happens when you get in that situation. You invite people to talk about your family. So he is not a hypocrite. In my
If you live in the
view,
public eye, people will judge, and that's how it goes. If you live in the public eye, people will judge. Master Jedi Fat Behind. You have anything to say about this?
First of all, it sucks that he had a rough childhood, and no one's going to hold it against him for needing to let it out. I think the thing is it just shows that he's not a very good messenger. If you're going to be in the public eye and you're going to be a celebrity, everything you say is going to be recorded, it's going to be diagnosed, it's going to be looked at, it's going to be replayed. Yeah, and people will use it against you. So if you're in the public eye, you have to be very careful what you say. And he made a mistake here. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I don't have it against him for being emotional. Just don't do it on TV. You know, there are counselors for that. There are places to go. Your message doesn't have you crying in public. That's not your message. Maybe you want it to be a message. I didn't see that. I don't feel that's coming from him. But I mean, I don't hold it against him for being emotional in this matter. And in terms of being hypocritical, he's an athlete. Athletes, I think the most common saying an athlete says, "I put 110% out there." They're a load of crap. Athletes are full of crap. They're athletes. They're not Rhodes Scholars. They're athletes. Let's take what they are. They're fighters. They're competitors. They're out there to fight. They're out there to push. They're out there to be athletic. So let's let that be what speaks for them. Whether or not somebody's a cuck or not, you could bring that into the argument. You could say whatever you want. Trash talk is part of the game. And in terms of, you know, the issue with having a wag as a wife, take her name, you're going to get trashed. Just expect it. That's part of it. Whether you bring it up or not, or whether it's a part of what's okay to talk about, it's not a big deal. You're going to get trashed. If it's your issue, you're going to get trashed.
If you take your wife's last name, you probably shut the refrigerator door with your hip when you get a White Claw out. I'm just going to say
Yeah. He has invited all of that. I mean, he wears
sweaters around his waist.
Yeah.
He wears hoodies around his waist.
Side story.
He's that type of guy.
I have wore a sweater around my waist, but it was because I was on a date with a girl and I ripped my pants.
Come on, man. Was it recent or was it like when you were a teenager?
This was like before I got married, probably about 7 years ago, right when I moved to Austin. And
come on, bro. Come on, man. God damn it.
Bro, what else was I supposed to do? What else was I supposed to do? I had to think fast.
Hey, just own that shit.
Do what you gotta do, man. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Own that shit. Yeah, I got ripped pants, so what? That's almost more. You might as well just have ripped pants, bro, than to do that shit, bro. Like, that's even worse.
Bro, how would I if I walk up in there and my booty crack showing, bro? Like,
listen, man,
that's booty crack on the first date.
That's better than wearing fucking sweaters around. It's so gay. Like, you just don't do that. Don't do it, bro. Just fucking own it. God damn it. Like, yeah, my fucking pants ripped. Well, so what?
We were at a bowling alley, and I had a big rip up the crack of my booty, bro. Of my, and it was these nice plaid shorts that I got from Walmart. Yeah, I know that's the first problem, but hey, look, I was living in Austin. I was living on a budget, okay? So I got some Walmart nice plaid shorts, and they ripped up my booty crack. And I went, okay, I snuck off to the bathroom. I said, I'll be right back. And I kind of did like a backing motion from her, and I didn't turn around. And I backed all the way to my car. I got the sweater, I tied it around my waist and everything. Hey, for y'all information, me and her dated for like 6 months after that, okay?
Hey, man, so you better get an overcoat or something, man. You don't wear no fucking sweater around your waist, man.
And obviously, it worked. I had to think fast, and that's what I had. And hey, but look at it this way: it made me fit in with the people in Austin that night.
Hey, yeah, that's true.
That's crazy. True. But I want to harken back on the whole crying thing for a second. Like I don't know, man. Sean Strickland crying about a childhood might be the least surprising thing like ever. You know what I'm saying? Coming from I mean, if you really think about it, bro, you got to be a little bit of a fucked up person to want to get in the cage and fuck people up. You know, these fighters are not normal people. Well, like, you're not dealing with normal human beings. You're dealing with people that, you know, I mean, I'm not saying they're bad people, but I mean, they're a little bit fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They might have had a lot of fighters have had a childhood that makes them emotional. You know, that's just part of the game, you know? So, like, somebody crying about his childhood and when he went through, that's like, most fighters, bro. Most fighters, like the type of things that you got to go through as a kid to make you want to go in there and fuck people up in the cage for all of our enjoyment. I mean, yeah, no shit. They had a fucked up childhood. Like, you know, no shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he cried about his childhood. Like, yeah, no shit, bro. Like, not surprised.
I'd be crying too.
You know,
I think a lot of athletes have that problem. I mean, the kind of drive you need to be a professional athlete of any sport is significant. I mean, that self-discipline, that kind of drive is rough.
I think fighting's a little bit different though. Like fighting,
I agree.
actually,
Fighting is a whole nother level, but I think that's a
You're
pretty general thing for
getting
most
in a
athletes.
cage 3 to 4 times a year, 2, 3, 4 times a year, getting in a cage with somebody that's going to try to kill you. Like,
Yeah, no, it's a whole nother level. It's just
just like boxing. Like all of your best boxers from like horrible situations.
Mike
Like
Tyson.
that, basically, in order to be good at boxing, in order to really get ahead, you need to come from a situation. You know, I mean, just more than Mike Tyson, like any of them, Floyd Mayweather, like a lot of them, man. Like you need to come from a situation where boxing is really your only way out. And if this fails, you're fucked. Either you gotta smoke crack or you're homeless or in jail. Like boxing is basically the only way out.
Well, at the end of
That's really what melds great boxers. You know, if you're a guy that, you know, grew up in the suburbs and I'm just gonna start boxing. You're like 11, 12 years old. You're done. You're fucked. You're not gonna make it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have it in you. You ain't got that dog in you. You know what I'm saying?
well,
it's a whole different level of determination.
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like I'm gonna say it like this. Coming back to the Sean thing. Like Jedi said, you know, you gotta watch. You know, if you're gonna be famous, you gotta watch what you say and what you do. And I think we could all look at Sean and see that the universe did not intend for him to be famous. So I don't think he knows how to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of what makes him so awesome too.
But that's what makes
him so awesome. Yeah.
That's what makes him the people's fighter. Is that he's not a guy that's groomed for being famous. So he's gonna say what just comes to his mind at the time, and that's what makes him freaking amazing to watch, and that's what makes me. You know, I can't wait to see what 2024 holds.
Like he got it out the mud, like literally, you know.
But that's kind of a novelty.
We'll see how long. Now, you're gonna get mad at me for saying this, but we'll see how long. We'll see how long this run lasts. Because you got some motherfuckers coming up in that middleweight division that's gonna really. I'm gonna keep it real, man.
I think he got Drekus, though. I think he got Drekus.
I favor him really, really slightly. I'm only slightly confident that he'll beat Drekus. The only reason why I say that.
If Drekus tries to tank him, then I think he's gonna get it. I think
the only reason why I say that I'm confident slightly that Sean will beat Drekus is because of how good his cardio is and how good his defense is. Really, how good his cardio is. Because Drekus, as good as he is, he really only lasts about maybe two or so rounds, give or take. 2-3 rounds. After really 2.5 rounds, he tends to slow down.
Role playing game, he'd be the tank character pretty much. That's basically just a big tank. And I think Sean can definitely pick that apart. All right, so...
Well, if Sean could weather the storm, I'd favor him in the long run.
All right, so the next topic I want to get to... All right, let's, end the Sean talk. Sean's the man. That's it. Jedi, shut your mouth. All right.
Didn't say a word.
So, did y'all see the story with this character here, this woman here, that kid that beat Tetris, okay? And then this reporter, or whatever you want to call her, she pretty much takes a dump on him, says, oh, go outside and touch grass, pretty much, for lack of a better term. I am so sick of this. Saying that his accomplishment of beating Tetris was nothing. It was not a big accomplishment. I'm so sick. I'm going to get to my rant in a second. Jedi, Ron, what's y'all take on this? On simply this lady saying that about that kid. What is y'all take?
Yeah, she sounds like a piece of shit, bro. Fuck that bitch, man. I hate that shit.
Yeah, just typical boomer. They just don't understand. When we go and play video games, and this is for millennials, this is for Gen X, Gen Z, and now Gen Alpha. We see video games in the same way that boomers see books, TV shows, movies, radio. It's just another form of entertainment, and in fact, it's a more involved form of entertainment than a lot of these other ways. So when you see these old people sit in front of a TV for 6 hours at night, that's just sitting in front of a TV doing nothing. Video games at least are engaging, and a lot of times they're very social. So I gave this kid that beat Tetris, this like 13-year-old kid, I mean, just damn, well damn done.
I got something to say. Okay. Okay, we know the holidays just passed by, right? I was at a little, New Year's party. And, okay, now let me preface it saying I love this lady. She cooks the best jambalaya, the best gumbo, the best Swedish meatball, the best everything. I love this lady. She's such a sweet lady. Okay, so I was chilling. I got a few different stories for y'all. I was chilling at the party, I was like, yeah, so I went did some video game hunting while I was in Louisiana, my home state. And she's like, Carlos, why are you worried about video games? You're a 35-year-old man. You should have grown out of that by now. Okay, so I'm like, all right. So I took it. I didn't say nothing. I have another story. I was working at Best Buy. This was about 10 years ago. I was working at Best Buy, and this guy comes and asks me for if we had the Doctor Who game in stock. I pretty much told him, I was like, no, we don't have any Doctor Who games. I was like, we can order it for you, or we have plenty of other games that might suit your interest that are kind of like the Doctor Who game. This guy looks at me and he goes, sir, I'm an adult. The only reason why I want to play a video game is because it has Doctor Who in it. I'm an adult and I don't worry about video games. Bruh, I'm so sick of these stupid boomers coming to me and telling me, oh, I'm an adult. Adults can't play video games. Why don't you shut the hell up? I'm so sick of it. Oh, you're 35 years old, Carlos. You shouldn't be playing video games. Why don't you worry about having kids? Why don't you worry about doing all this stupid crap? Well, I bet you same stupid boomer, I bet your stupid ass is sitting over there watching CNN for 3 hours a day getting depressed. Looking at your stupid ass. Go read your stupid paper and now tell me how to live my life. Video games for life. I am sick of this. I'm sorry that when you were growing up, all you had was a pile of mud and a few freaking sticks for your entertainment. Next person.
Tell us how you really feel, Carlos. Come on now.
You're 35. You should be playing video games. Why don't you focus on other things? Why don't you focus on kissing my ass?
My sentiments exactly, bro. I'm right there with you, man. Fuck everybody has a problem. Fuck everybody has a problem with me fucking playing video games, dude. Go fuck yourself. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're too old to play. You should stop playing. Like, bitch. The only type of video games they know about, because the only thing they think, like fucking Candace Owens, like, oh, fucking run around in circles. Like, bro, there's way more to games than just doing simple shit that you can only conceive of. It's like there's so much more to video games that they have to offer. That your mind, like it improves your mind, like your reflexes, the way you think. There's just so much value that you can get from playing video games and just simply doing stupid shit, So I mean, the people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about need to just kind of butt out, like somebody that. Now I can understand if it's like an addiction, like you fucking playing for like 9-10 hours a day. All right, motherfucker. Then unless you're making money off of it.
You have to touch grass, but this same lady that told me, like, oh, you're 35, you shouldn't be worried about video games, she was watching CNN and had been watching CNN for like 3 hours. Then she started watching Duck Dynasty.
Why don't she go out and touch grass, motherfucker? At least you're participating in an interactive activity. She's just sitting in front of a fucking TV, listening to what other people are telling her to think. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit, man.
I mean, the whole thing is,
fuck out of here.
Some of the most like influential people, some of the most like successful people these days, like that's another thing. This whole thing that video games are for losers. There's some very successful people that are gamers. There's a lot.
Oh yeah, e-gaming is huge. You can make tons of money.
And no, they say, oh, like they're like, oh, you can't make money off of playing video games, bruh. There is some freaking like Twitch streamers. There is some like professional gamers that are out there making more money than we can even fathom. So people need to let that whole notion go. That gaming is for losers. That whole jock and nerd mentality has to go. It's so stupid, and it pisses me off.
Look at PewDiePie. How the fuck did he get so fucking? He's like what? He was like half a billionaire now. How the fuck did he get so big? He started off fucking playing video games. You know?
Yeah. Mr. Beast is the same way.
I mean, yeah, like
Yeah. I was gonna say Mr. Beast, but I wasn't sure. I had a feeling he played games, but I'm not sure.
They're so stuck in the past that they think games is just a waste of time. For me, okay, I have a stressful job. That's how I wind down. That's how I rest my mind, is by playing video games.
Yeah.
That's my release. That is my fun
Yeah.
time.
The only game they think about is fucking Pong, because that's all they existed back in their day. You know what I'm saying? They don't actually understand. They don't have an understanding of the type of engagement that it takes, that you're doing when you're playing games now. They just think about Pong and Super Mario Bros. And like, you know, dumb shit like that, bro.
Or they were doing.
Well, I think it's as related to who games were targeted for. When video games and the Game Boy and stuff first came out, it was always kids. I mean, it was only kids that were playing the Game Boy.
But those kids grew up. And they
and so now we were those kids playing the Game Boy, and now we're okay with it, and they don't understand it because they were never the kid with the Game Boy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just stupid ass fucking people, bro. Boomer shit.
I even had a girl when I was still living back at the boot. I had a girl, like I took her out on a date, and y'all gonna hear a lot about my dating life. I took a girl out on a date, and the date went very well. And I'm like, hey, so you want to go on a second date? She's like, no, because you play video games. I hate video games and stuff like that. And that's
oh well.
That's another thing. She's like, I like guys that hunt.
Okay.
So you like guys that hunt, huh? Well, let me tell you this. When I'm gaming, you know where I'm at. I'm sitting right there on the couch. Those guys talking about, oh, I like guys that hunt. I'm going to go hang out with the boys at the camp out in the middle of the woods. They're probably out there drinking and inviting girls over there, too, to cheat on your ass. But guess what? You don't like me because I'm sitting right there on the couch? I don't even know. And guess what?
He wanted a toxic man.
Maybe if not even that, how you know they ain't out there picking each other's butts and he's cheating on you with a dude? How do you know that ain't going on? But no, you don't like me because I play video games. At least you know where I'm in. I'm at the couch playing a video game. I ain't at no stupid camp getting drunk off my ass acting like an idiot.
I think it's about moderation too. I mean, if you're always on there and she wants to hang out, wants to go on a date, wants to do this, and you're always playing the video game, I can see how that can be very frustrating. But if that's just the way you wind down and it's something that you do the same way anybody else watches TV, listens to music, does that type of stuff, it's not a problem. Again, there's levels of exception. I mean, it's the same thing with drinking, that kind of thing. If you're drinking all the time, yeah, it's a problem. If you have one drink after dinner or during dinner, it's not a big deal.
And I say all this, I'll be honest, I play a video game, but it's actually, y'all see all that behind me, it's actually embarrassing how much I don't play video games. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big gamer.
Yeah.
I don't have the time. And
you have self-control.
Yeah, I do put a lot of priorities ahead of it. This man right here gets annoyed.
No, you don't. You have no self-control. You just have weird tastes.
No, you get mad at me sometimes.
How many arcade consoles do you have?
Okay, I didn't say
what?
I said
What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong with that?
Whoa,
arcade consoles.
Whoa. Sorry for coughing in the mic. That rant made my voice very raspy. Whoa. Hang on. I didn't say anything about buying games. I said playing them. Buying them, I am a collector, sir. We all know that. I've got a lot of them, but I'm a collector. I like how those shelves back there look. But I collect, okay, because, you got to think about it this way. When I was a kid, I was broke. I come from a poor family and stuff they were poor back then, and I didn't get a lot of video games. I got maybe one or two a year. So now that I'm old and I make a little money, I want all the stuff that I couldn't get when I was a kid, and I like how it sits on the shelf. And if I have the option, I have options when I want to play something. So there you go. Okay,
So you have an entire house full of arcade consoles. Nothing wrong with it. I got nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying.
Okay, and the reason I
You just-
say I don't play a lot of video games, and I'm not trying to brag because it's kind of sad because I wish that is actually my New Year's resolution is to play more video games because last year I spent so much time not playing them because I was, doing other things that this year I want to play and beat more video games. And you can contest that because how many times do you hit me up and like, let's game, and I'm like, I got this and that to do. So yeah.
Like every day. Every day.
All right, so.
Yeah, and then when I do get you on, it takes like an hour to get started, and you play one game and then leave. So I blame Sadie for that.
Because I got so much stuff I gotta do, but it's whatever. So yeah, it is what it is. But that's how I feel on the subject. Like, okay, video games. Then like transitioning into the next thing. Okay, I've seen these same older people say that video games are stupid and they're for kids, and grown men and grown women should not be playing video games. Then they bust their cell phone out
And Candy Crush.
and they start playing Candy Crush or any other stupid cell phone
Candy
game that they
Crush.
have. Next topic: cell phone games. Why
Oh,
cell phone
God.
games are stupid and lame, and you're not a real gamer if that's your favorite console is your cell phone. There, I said it. Come at me, bro. What you got, Ron? Come at me.
Anybody who thinks that the
Man.
pinnacle of gaming is Raid Shadow Legends has a serious problem.
I didn't say that. Listen, I play more than cell phone games. All right, I do play my Xbox. It's just I don't have time to fucking play. I'm not near my Xbox, so I whip out my cell phone and start, playing. Now, I would agree with you for the most part. Most cell phone games are kind of shit. Now, I went through like 20 of them before I finally landed on one that I really liked, and I just hooked. I'm just hooked on it, bro. I play it every fucking day, bro. Fucking Fire Emblem Heroes. That's the best cell phone game ever. I'm
Well,
sticking
that's the
with
thing.
it.
Fire Emblem originally isn't a cell phone game.
Well,
Fire Emblem came
is a
from
brand
before.
It's already a well-known brand,
Yeah.
But I like the game, So it
was developed. Was it Game Boy? Was it Game Boy? Was the original Fire Emblem?
It's a Nintendo.
Yeah, so it was Game Boy. It was the original.
It came from. I want to say Game Boy or maybe Nintendo, Super Nintendo. I want to say.
No, I think it was. I think the first one might have been a Game Boy Advance. No, I think it was.
You might be right. You might be right. I know it was on Nintendo or Super Nintendo. I do know that. But see,
Yeah, but most of the good mobile games came from either handhelds or consoles prior. Whereas
Yeah.
all the games that you see are the same. They're just copies of the same repetitive platform.
Fire Emblem is already an established. It is an established franchise before cell phones and before cell phone games became a thing, and it just became a cell phone game eventually.
Yeah,
But
it was just basically emulated. Yeah.
but it's Fire Emblem. It's already all over Nintendo anyway. So
Okay,
the brand itself is not a cell phone game, but Fire Emblem Heroes is a cell phone game, and I fucking love the game. I'm hooked on it.
I'm gonna tell you like this, Ron. Okay, so you say you're not by your Xbox all the time, right?
Yeah.
There's Game Pass. There's xCloud.
I know, man. It's just I'm not doing all that shit, man. I'm not doing all that shit, bro. I just want to fucking.
You hit a
I just want to
button and it
fucking.
plays. You hit a button and it plays. Like, what are you talking about? Do all that.
I know, man. It's just I just want to fucking play my Fire Emblem Heroes and go on about my day. You know what I'm saying? All right, you know what? I may. Now that Grandmaster Fat Ass has brought that up, I might actually agree with you. Like the game, the cell phone only games that like just came out just for mobile,
Gotcha games.
they all
They're
fucking
gotcha
suck.
games. They're literally just to
They all
ways to
suck.
make money, and they're gotcha. That's why
Yeah, they're-
these big developers
yeah.
want to make them because they're money pits. Hey, if
Yeah, they're all pay to play.
The
They're
only
all
other game I
microtransactions.
like.
$2.99 to get to
I
the
really
end
like-
of this thing. Oh, this boss keeps beating your butt. Oh yeah, $2.99 and you could beat him. You could beat him.
Or how about every game that like if it's got like a level, between every level you've got to watch a damn video
Oh yeah.
or pay money. Like if you have to watch a 30-second ad between every level of this game.
And you just really
Like,
wanting to play
you
the
know what?
game. Like,
yeah, I
There's
just
a
want to
game
play the
like-
game, and I'm like,
You know, there's a game I like to play called Dots, and it does that, but it's actually a really, really good game. It's real simple.
I ain't gotta watch no ads or nothing. I just hit this little button right here, and I'm gaming.
Yeah. I mean, you have the option to watch ads, but you don't have to. But if you watch the ads, you get extra stuff in the game,
Oh, bull
so you
crap.
can actually.
There was one.
No, but
game-
you know, you
there
don't have
was
to pay.
One cell
You don't
phone
have to
game
pay.
that I liked, and before you go to the next level, if you wanted to go, you had to watch the ad, and there was no skipping. There was no skipping.
yeah, I've played a lot of games like that. I've played where you don't need it, but
Before you had another whack at the boss or whatever, you had to watch the ad.
Yeah, that's retarded. But I mean, there's one game like Dots. It's basically you can choose to watch. You don't have to watch the ads, but it's like real hard. But it's challenging. Like you can beat it, but it's just real hard to beat if you don't watch the ads, because the ads give you more pieces,
And then
basically.
And then, like I said, like so many people that don't even play games, don't even know what a game is like older people or the boomers, they have Candy Crush or some other.
Because those games are like the games. Those games are like the games that they grew up with, like the first ever fucking video games, where all you had to do was just hit a fucking ping pong ball or fucking run over some trees or shit, or like Tetris or some shit like that. Like those games remind them of those games back in the day. That for whatever reason, maybe because they were too old, because it was a stigma or whatever, they didn't get the joy. So now the cell phone games come out, and now they get to play it, but then they still have it in their mind, I'm better than you because I just play these games. And while you spend however much time on the fucking Xbox, like they got this whole fucked up mentality. You know what I'm saying? But the only other game I like for mobile, personally, is 8-Ball Pool. And even that game originally didn't start on mobile. It started on the mini clip. It started online. So
yeah.
I might actually have to agree with y'all on mobile.
And then it pisses
On the
me
mobile
off.
game
I
thing.
literally bought my wife a Switch. And
Yeah.
I've never seen her turn on, but I can promise you, I could walk back there into the room, into the living room, and I can promise you she has her phone out and she's playing some stupid gotcha game. I can bet you any bottom dollar I can go out there right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's the same mentality people have when they go to like a casino. When they sit down at a what are they called? Where you put the coin in and you pull it, the spin machines. What do they call it? Jackpot.
I don't know.
Coin
Oh, the slot machine.
Slot machine. Yeah, slot machine. It's the same deal. You pull a button and it goes ding 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 ding, and you make it's bright, shiny, makes sounds.
Our slots are the loosest in the town. Okay.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so
You win easy?
okay, so that joke didn't land. Okay.
No.
No. I get what you were going for there, but yeah.
Moving on. That didn't land. Okay. All right. That was all right. Oh, that sucked. Okay. So y'all ready to move on to the next topic?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. Oh, let's. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm done. All right. Get rid of Raid Shadow Legends here. All right. So I got a little video I want to play. I want to circle back to MMA. Actually, Ron the Entertainer actually brought this one up to me, and he kind of has a few things to say that I think are very important about this situation that happened at the last UFC press conference and pay-per-view. Let me hurry ahead and get this up real quick. Alright, put that down there, and we're about to go here. So this is what happened at the last press conference.
No, I'm bringing you to 7th layer. Hell, we'll say what's up to your dad while we're there. No.
So yeah, this man right here, Mr. Colby Covington, also one of my favorite fighters. Eat me, I don't care. I love the guy. He makes things interesting. He pretty much told Leon Edwards that I will bring you to hell where you can see your father. Now, Ron, give us the history of Leon Edwards and his father or whatnot.
I'm gonna keep it real. I actually don't know the exact history. I just know that when he was 13, his father, I believe he was killed, and he had a really good relationship with his father.
But
So that really,
his father was a drug lord, I want to say.
maybe.
He was a drug dealer.
I have
I know
to.
that. He was something to pertaining with drugs. That's why Colby said we'll see him in hell because he's in hell. So, I mean, that's pretty harsh words. It's not something I know MMA. You talk trash. There's a lot of trash talk. It comes with the territory. It is what it is. It's not for the faint of heart. I mean, you got to be able to expect that. But that's not something knowing that that's not something that I would have said at all. I wouldn't have brought the man's dead father into the situation.
I would not say that either. But here's the thing, like with regardless of what his father was involved in, with respect to Leon's relationship with his father, you know, they had a deep relationship, and when he lost his, I mean, look, just think about it, man. Like, if your father was involved in some shit, but he took good care of the family, would you be like, oh man, he's such a bad guy? Like, no, motherfucker. You'd be like, he did what he had to do. And he took good care of us, and he loved us.
I mean,
you know?
People, it depends on the situation you're born into. Some people, that's their only way to get ahead is to do something messed up like deal drugs.
No, that's the only way out.
That might be the only way for him to provide for the family. And don't even for a second think that I'm taking up for drug dealers. But, I mean, his father probably knew of no other way. And I'm not saying that drug dealing is good. It's horrible. I wish it didn't exist. But, I mean, he might have saw that had something he had to do, you know, to support his family. They were in a poor country, in a third world country. Like, they didn't have the opportunities that we have available to us. You know, so he might have saw that as the only way out. So you can't really, I can't speak on that, you know, because I wasn't brought up in that situation. You know, I mean, I was brought up, you know, my family didn't have a lot of money, but I did have a father. He didn't turn to go and deal drugs. He just worked his butt off. But at the end of the day, we were still in America, and he's still now, you know, he's a supervisor for a big lumber company. So, but in that country that they didn't have that option. So maybe he knew what he had to do. And it's how unfortunate it is, but that's how history played out. So I'm not going to say, you know, hey, the man's in hell because of that, which he very well could be. I don't know. I am a Christian. I do, you know, I have Christian values. I am a Christian big time. But I'm not going to say to the man's son that let's go see your father in hell. I'm sorry, I'm not. But I know, Ron, that you have some things to say about that. People do need to toughen up a little bit. So.
Well, no, it's not about toughening up. Listen, I understand the outrage. I get it, right? What Colby said to Leon was a piece of shit thing to say. It was a fucking horrible thing to fucking say to somebody, all right? And I completely understand people getting angry. However, the idea, here's the thing. What he said to Leon ultimately benefited the UFC. Their pay-per-view buys went up 25% after Colby made that comment. You know, so the UFC loves this shit, man. I mean, that's just the game. You know, like people well, I mean, everybody saying, "Oh, you shouldn't have." Like, you got people, got fans coming out saying, "Oh, I used to like Colby. He said that, and that's just really bad. Now I hate him." Like, people don't understand how to. Their mind is in a box, and they don't understand how to think outside of their box. Like, most people's MO is to be rooted for and to be liked, and you know, to do things that's going to garner them positive attention. That is not Colby's MO. Okay, Colby
he wants to smoke, he wants to hate. That's his thing. That's what saved him from getting fired. So.
Listen, Colby is racing. He's racing to the bottom. Okay, he is trying to be hated. Like, everybody saying, I was coming around to Colby, and now I hate him again. Like, yes, that's why he said it. So that you could hate him, so that you could buy the pay-per-view and watch him, so you could hopefully want to see him get knocked out. That's exactly why Kobe said what he said.
At the same time, what you got to remember, and these people need to lighten up, what you got to remember is that he was going to have to go into a cage with that same guy he said that to. So it was going to get handled either way.
Well, that's the thing. In 99.99% of circumstances, you should not say something like that to another person unless you are if you say that to somebody about their dead father, you are inviting a fight. Okay, it's a fight is if my father. Thankfully, my father is still with us.
The fight was going to happen. So
listen to what I'm saying. If you say that to a person, if you say that to me and my father has passed away, we are going to fight. All right. So if there's no sanctioned event coming up where we're going to fight, probably not a good idea to say that to me. Probably not a good idea to say that to most people. All right.
Say that to anybody, but that's just me.
I wouldn't say that to anybody, but this is a different situation.
I'm not Kobe, so I can't,
Yeah, but this is a special situation. This is an MMA fight. Okay, this is a promotion. All right, this is war. Okay, there is no morality when it comes to business. Okay, you got to do what's best for business. All right, was Kobe? Did he cross the line? You could say he crossed the line. I mean, there is an absolute line. The line here is not this idea of moral justice that people have. Like, no, just don't say bad things about people. Be nice and friendly and be a good sportsman. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Nobody fucking wants to see that, bro. People want to see
MMA, the art.
People. Art, it's the Bushido. Like I'm listening to so many podcasts now. Talk about it's the art, it's the Bushido, it's the honor. Kobe has no honor. I'm like, motherfucker, honor doesn't sell. Okay, nobody doesn't fucking sell, bro. You know what fucking sells? People talking shit, people going over the line. People saying things that are super crazy. Now, people are saying, well, maybe the UFC
knows that a lot? Vince McMahon. Look, that's why
Chael Sonnen.
So big. Chael Sonnen, Vince McMahon, Dana White,
Chael Sonnen.
He knows that too.
Yeah,
it's the whole premise behind WWE.
But here's the thing, right? Now people are saying there is no line now. There's no line. People can say anything. No, you can't say anything, all right? You know what you can't say? Whatever's going to get the company in trouble, all right? Like, I think talking about someone's dead father, that's like right there. That's like right there at the line, right? Now, if he would have said something like, about his daughter or something, or, I'd bang your daughter or some shit like that, or something like, and his daughter was underage, that would get the UFC in trouble, all right? That's a PR nightmare. Don't talk about a protected class, okay? Don't talk about, probably not a good idea if you're getting ready to fight in a Muslim if you're getting ready to fight in a Muslim nation. Probably not a good idea to talk shit about somebody's religion. That's probably going to get the UFC in trouble. Okay, so if you want to know where the line is, that's the line. Okay. Other than that, bro, it's all fair game. Okay, talking about someone's dead father. How do I personally feel about it? I think it's a piece of shit thing to say, and I hate what he said. I hate what Kobe said, and that's why I support his right to say it. And that's why I support him saying it. I support it because I hate it. That's my stance on this. That's my hot take right there. Shut the fuck up with this whole morality bullshit. This is business. It's not morality. It's not about honor. It's not about none. It's about fucking business, bro. And what he did was good for business. And that's the game. You don't have to like. I'm not saying you should like the game. Okay, you can hate the game, but that is the game, and that's the way you have to accept it. That's the way it goes.
At least respect it. At least respect.
I mean, you don't even have to fucking respect it. You could. If someone wanted to say, you know what, I can't support a sport.
God dang, you ain't gotta like it, but at least gotta respect it, or tolerate it. How about that? Is that good? Well,
I mean, listen. If someone wanted to say, you know how you stop Kobe from saying that? Don't buy the pay-per-view. Support the event. That's the only way. If you
love UFC here, so keep buying them. I want them to stick around.
You are the guy that said, you know what? I used to like Kobe, but he really lost my respect, and now I really want to see Leon knock him out.
I bet
you are the reason why he
bought the pay-per-view to watch it happen.
Listen to what I'm saying. that guy, right? The people that are saying that, they are the reason why the UFC supports him saying that. Right there. Oh, I used to like Kobe. Now he said a big meanie thing, and now I want to see him lose. I'm gonna buy it. Yes, you are the sheep, bro. You are the machine.
Yeah, and they
Just want you to know.
to see it. So that
Yeah,
day, it's a
yeah.
win.
It's a win, bro. It's a win. So yeah, people are fucking sheep. They're stupid. They don't understand business. They don't understand how to think outside of their own brain. That's just the way. That's just the way the world is, man. You know. That's why I support Kobe. I fuck with Kobe, bro.
Hey,
I fuck with him.
at the end of
That's
the
my
day,
guy.
no matter what he said, at the end of the day, Kobe's still the freaking man.
Kobe's the dude, bro. Kobe's my guy, bro. I fuck with Kobe, bro.
I do too. Him and Sean Strickland, all
You know.
of them. America. That's what I'm saying.
Fuck America. Let's go, bro. Yeah. So that's my hot take. You know. That's my rant. You know.
All right. Thank you for that, Mr. Ron, the entertainer. Well, that's our last topic for the night, so we're going to go ahead and bring this to a close. Thank you guys for joining us for the buffet hour. Fat Zombie Entertainment, please like, comment, share, everything. Sorry about our last podcast that we released. Our audio, so we're still growing and learning from this, so our audio, hopefully this one's better, so we'll find out. But yeah, we appreciate everybody. Thank you to Jedi Master Fat Ass and Ron, the entertainer. I'm Dropkick Zombie, and over and out, y'all.